Alright, we tried a new position on the dog thing, so if we get a dog video, it worked. No dog video did not work. The new spot is being, it's being glued on, which means it could fall off, so I'm a little worried about it. But we'll see how it works. Today it's kind of a warm day, so we need to... I'm probably overdressed as far as I got too many warm clothes on. So I need to be moving. See if the dog approves of our direction. How's everything going, dog? Stitch, you back there? Yeah, I guess it's going. Let's get my mirror. Yeah. All right. I've taken the dog on some long trips before, so we might try to head out to a new area if everything seems to be working okay. Gotta find a new place to park my bike. Now that I got three, it's too crowded. They get too close together and it's too hard to move between them and charge up stuff. Maybe some people can give me some ideas of how do you handle 3 bikes. Like what manner of setup do you do so that they actually that you don't run into a lot of trouble. All right. Yeah, I'm finding it a tough time getting them in and out of the garage. I have a carport size of garage I can kind of clear out if I knew a good way to do it. Right now they're taking up a quarter of the garage and it's very crowded. Maybe I could have a bike and then a bunch of stuff and then another bike and a bunch of stuff and then another bike instead of trying to get all 3 of them in the same spot. But I was also trying to get it so that I could park them in the garage without moving my car out of the garage. So right now I can take 2 of the bikes out without moving the car. But the 3rd bike I have to move the car. That's partly because one side of the garage door doesn't open. It's kind of sealed. I can open it, but I don't have a remote control for it, so I don't usually open it. Anyway, that's a problem for me, I guess. Yeah, I like the way this bike drives a whole lot better than my other one. The electric bike I haven't ridden hardly any. I don't even think it's made it 2 miles yet. Yeah, I'm not sure how Russ is right and gets off his bikes exercise because you end up picking a favorite. At least I do. This Aventon is my favorite. Uh, and the electric is not my favorite because it's more difficult for my knees to work with it. The angle or something, I can't seem to figure it out, that it hurts my knees when I pedal it. The Aventon doesn't hurt at all. So, how do you make decisions on that? So, if I had time, which it seems like I'm always short on time, I never have enough time. But if I had time, taking the electric out, that's electric 3.0, and riding it and testing it until I get the my legs to see if it is possible for me to ride it without my knees hurting. Maybe raising the seat some or lowering the seat some. I'm a pedaler. I prefer pedaling. So to ride the electric without pedaling is not an option. I just assume not ride it if that's my only option. And I do have bikes that I can pedal perfectly fine. So the 26-inch bikes I can pedal without any issues. The electric, which is 20-inch, I have issues. Now, I don't know if those issues because it's 20-inch bike and it's making the angle for my knees different, or if it's just the electric that's doing it. So since I don't know the answer, I don't know how to work with it. I have to work with the bike a little bit longer to figure those things out. I don't know, the problems of having 3 bikes. Everybody's, oh, woe is me. But if one of these bikes breaks, it's nice that I have other options. I just wish I got one bike that tries to kill me. I guess it didn't try to kill me. It just did not work out very well for me on my last ride. I hadn't ridden it since then. After I got back from that ride, it's been parked, and it's been parked ever since. Yeah, well, I want to get a different mirror on it, for one. And I want to be able to set it up so that it can hold my phone. So those are things that just take time. I did order the mirrors, and I have got the mirrors in, but I have to spend 10 minutes installing it. So, yeah, I haven't found 10 minutes that I wanted to spend doing that. All right, one of the things I want to do now is stop and check to see if I still have the doggy thing. I don't cam, or did it break and fall or something? Okay, I don't know if I probably cut the film during that period of time, so I stopped for a few seconds to check to make sure I still had my cam for the dog working. It's still connected, hasn't fallen off. The dog seems to be doing okay. So, be interesting to check out my recording to see how it works. Could be my future recording for the dog, if it does work. I forgot to check the tires for whether they were full enough. That's something that I try to do every single time. I go riding. I used to go riding with, every time I went riding, I had all my cameras and everything, so I was used to spending the 15-20 minutes setup. But I've just been riding with just no cameras and easy pick up and go that I have, that bringing the camera with me is a big pain because I'm not used to doing it. So preparing to go out this time, I had to do all the things to get ready just to do the film stuff, that I forgot to do the safety checks on my bike, which is something I should not forget to do. But I did, so all I can do is tell myself not to do it next time. So far it's kind of warm out here today. The temperatures I got, all the clothes I got on is enough to really make me warm. So it's not going to be an issue of being too cold. I hadn't seen that car there that house there for sale. I really don't know if I want to go out here. I think I'll not go out there. We'll go down to the next one and maybe go out then. We'll check it. Hey. You didn't bark back at him, dog. What's going on, Stitch? My dog was having a good old time barking at you. Yeah, we have another opportunity to go on the road up here. I'm not sure if this is the best time to go. Probably like going in the mornings, not in the afternoons. Hey. Oh yeah, here we go, zipping along. We're going downhill, so we're going 30. Which is not fast enough for these cars. They would like for me to go 40. But I can't go 40. I can only go about 27. Yeah, the light stays green a pretty long amount of time. Now we're getting off this road onto a side street now. Try to get down to some reasonable speed now. Check on my dog, see how he's doing. He's sitting there looking like a dog, so I guess he's doing good. I used to take that section always on the sidewalk, but now that I'm carrying the dog with me, sidewalk's a little tougher because the wheels on the doggy trailer is such that it has a tendency that it could fall off the sidewalk and get caught between the sidewalk and the grass or the ground, and then throw the doggy thing to the side and therefore cause me to have a wreck. So kind of like being on the road when I'm pulling the dog. Sidewalks are a little bit more dangerous. A little bit more dangerous than what they are without pulling the dog. Okay, so we're going to be up here heading towards the park. So we'll see how the dog does in the park. I think we're before kids get out of school, so I think we should be... One of the things I worry about going to the park is all the kids jumping in on my dog. As kids have a tendency to want to do when they see a dog. So I don't want that to happen. Don't want my dog to get stressed out, and don't want kids to be messing with my dog and me having to stop and putting up with whatever type of problems that ends up creating. So I think we're okay. I want to go look before I head into the park. We're at the park now, or right outside the park. Okay, we want to ride slowly. Yeah, we've had some places closed because trees fell down when the storm came through. They still haven't cleared it up. You can see that this here still has some issues. Hopefully the rest of it is cleared. That's probably a Frisbee person. Yeah, it doesn't look like kids are out here playing today, so good. They're in school where they're supposed to be. This is not a gigantic park or anything, but it's a nice little drive for my dog. I have planned for one of these days coming out here, probably not when I'm recording, and playing with the dog out in the field out here. There's a lot of fields out here. Oh, I see he's wearing a helmet too. Good training. Yeah, you can see how busy this place can be. Sometimes when you come here and school's out, like if I came here around 3 o'clock, this would all be filled up with kids doing things. And the sidelines are usually people watching. Right now it looks vacant, which I apparently like. I like it being vacant, at least today. Hopefully I remember how to get out of here. I do have a little bit of a period of time where I forget how to get around here. This is a nice path that they have around the park. So this particular path, you're allowed for bicycles, walking your dogs, and pedestrians. So we got a lot of different people. I don't think scooters are allowed. Electric scooters anyway. Looks like they're keeping it trimmed well enough where it's not a problem. Hello, people. Okay, we're almost out of here. Hello, Bill, passing on your left. I think we can go this way, dog. And everybody will be fine. Yes, a very successful park experience. It's a good job. Good job to me, good job for all the people. All right, let's get out of here. Hopefully continue to maintain our ability to drive correctly. Back in my early days of driving, taking those curves sometimes would throw me off, but with this bike now that I'm used to this bike, it does not throw me off. So practice helps improvement anyway. Did you see that dog? We'll take approximately the same route back out of here. Or at least that's the intention. Since I get lost, no telling what will actually happen. Got to talk to my heart doctor today. He was all sad because my heart's doing well, and he was hoping to make some money off of me. So he was like, "Oh man, I needed some extra dough. You're not being very helpful." So I told him that that's a good thing. That's the problem with being a good doctor. You don't get to make as much money. Of course, I've been doing a little bit of exercise, so that helps too. Getting out, riding my bike. Let's see. Kind of rough getting it slow. Okay, now the plan is to ride the sidewalk for a bit now. I don't like getting on the road until after the red light up here, so we will try to stay on the sidewalk. And hopefully no disasters happen. All right, so let's see. Let's go down here on the sidewalk, stay on it, drive well. So starting off well. I try to stay in the center of the sidewalk as best I can to make sure that the wider wheels on the dog doesn't fall off. You can see there on the right, if it falls off that curb, that's a long ways down. That would probably cause me a wreck, which might be bad if a car is trying to pass at the time. Bad for me or for my dog. So we need to do this correctly and not have any accidents. Try to get me to drive well. I got a crosswalk now. Okay. That's one of those times where I would like to get out on the road here. We'll let 3 of these cars go by. Okay, we'll try to get on the sidewalk after we pass by this person that's walking. Well, if there's not any cars coming, doesn't appear to be, I think I'll just stay on the road. That way I can continue about 20 miles an hour up this hill. Yeah, no cars. Well, there's one car coming in the other lane, but none behind me. It's nice having a mirror where you can see what's happening. Gonna have a car passing to my left now. There he goes, no other cars. We're down to 15 because this is a big hill. But at least I can pedal up it with the help of the motor. May not have been able to pedal up it without the help of the motor. Well, probably not even a maybe. I would not be able to pedal up it without the motor help. I heard a YouTuber talk today saying that after he got the e-bike was the first time he was able to approach a hill on his bike and have fun. So, yeah, that's one of the things e-bikes do, allow you to approach a hill and still have fun. I should get to lower gear. Yeah, there we go. This is a pretty big hill. Maybe I need more assistance. Well, I hope I can make it. Yeah, there we go. Even with the power of the engine, that was rough. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to make up that hill with just electric motor by itself. It's one of those hills that need human power. Part of that might be because of my weight and me pulling the dog. Maybe it could have made it otherwise. That's one of the things I object to with the new rules that are coming out on e-bikes, is that current e-bikes sometimes, with the stuff we carry on it, has hills that we still can't make it up. There's not many of them, but all you need is one. So you want your 1,000 watts of power to make it up the hill, being capped at 750. Makes it less likely you'll make it up all the different hills you run across. Even at 1,000, you can't make it up some hills. Might need 2,000 to make it up some. Yeah, around here, there's only one hill that I can't make it up. And even that one, I can make it up sometimes. I guess if I'm having a good day or something. I'm not sure what the difference is. Maybe the bike has more power that it's able to put out and to help me. But only one hill that I found so far that I can't make it up. Now I have thought about taking the electric once I get it worked so I can actually pedal, and take it up that and see if that helps, because it has different dynamics with only a 20-inch wheel. It only has 500 horsepower, I believe. But I've taken it up some of the other hills, and it seems about the same. So I'm thinking, maybe I can make it up that hill. I mean, I haven't tried, so I don't know, but I'm thinking there's at least a possibility of that. I'm running into a lot of people walking. Right, let's see. Almost didn't make that. All right, let's cut through here. Well, I hope that in South Carolina they don't come through and start getting the laws like we had in California. That would be bad for my ability to get around. You know, having an engine capped at 750, which the other bike I have can be capped at 750. This one, I believe, goes higher than 750 when it needs to. It just can't sustain it. But I've tried some areas at 750, and I can't do it at 750 with the weight of that bike. So they're going to have to make the bikes lighter, which they're going to have the ability to. I want to do an update on batteries here soon, because batteries is part of the extra weight. And they're coming up with There's a lot of different aspects of batteries right now. There's probably 10 or 12 different potentials. Crazy driver. They don't care if somebody's out in the road. Hey, just run them over. But there's probably 10 or 12 different companies working on batteries, making them lighter, making them more efficient, making them last longer. I kind of like some of them may be coming out soon, not necessarily for an e-bike, but they can be adapted. So I might do a. Batteries are intriguing to me because they are fairly important to what we're trying to accomplish here. Wow, look at the cars. So since batteries are fairly important for the e-bike industry, I think some of these new technologies will move over to the e-bike once they get the technology down well enough. And so I want to try to cover that. Look at all the aspects, because you never know which one's going to actually make it. And see what they're doing. I find it intriguing. Some of the things I like talking about, e-bike related, would be the batteries, as important they are. So they get those batteries down to where they're only weighing like 4 or 5 pounds and can output, 200 miles. And they all, with their very light weight, 60 amps. Yeah, or 60 volts. That's amps. Yeah. That'll be good. We'll get there. I mean, we're fairly close. We're maybe only a year or two away. Those are the kids that we challenged to a race at one time. All right, looks like I gotta wait here. All right, let's go. All right, anyway, that'll be the end of this one. So like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.